Okay, we're back at the rescue house, and one of the continuing things here is the really bad sheetrock and how it reflects really the really bad framing. That's kind of what we're dealing with. And so this ceiling behind me, you can see it above my head, was could have been really beautiful, except that the way they had it framed and sheetrocked was uneven. The corners right up here that you can see, right here where my finger is, nothing lined up. It wasn't flat. It looked kind of cocked actually. Plus, up on this section right up here, there was kind of looked like a sag or something. We couldn't tell if it was a hump or a sag. We couldn't tell. So Miguel got up here and he decided to do a little investigation. And in my last video, I was teasing him about it. And he uncovered this corner and found that really the framing was the big issue. The framing was, again, as is the case throughout this house, was sloppy and unfinished. And always when you're redoing a house or building one or redoing it, the sheetrock work always reflects the framing. So if you don't have a sheetrocker that's willing to come in and take the time and make the sheetrock look good, which means he's got to do maybe a little leveling or a little shimming, take the time to stand back and look at it and see how it's going to look. Or in the case of this project in the rescue house, if you don't have a contractor or superintendent that wants to pay attention to it, then you're going to have problems. And that's what we're dealing with here, is no one was watching what anybody else was doing. And when we got here, it was a total mess. And so what we've done is taken this and tried to repair things cosmetically. We're not trying to tear the whole house apart, although we're having to do that in some places. So this is a great example of, if you look at these lines, they just look so good and straight and clean. And when the lighting is done in this opening, it's going to look fabulous. We're still going to do a little more work to it. We're going to add a little more, we're going to float it a little bit more, redo the texture on it. But you can see now that this is a ceiling that if you stand back in this room, it's super important that all these lines throughout, all these doorways, all these straight lines, all of these things need to look right. They need to be straight, plumb, level, square. If they don't, one bad one makes the whole room look out of whack. And so that's what we've been doing now for 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, is going through and fixing all those problems. So this line in the what we call the piano room, you can see as I'm walking up to it how important it is that that line look exactly right. And that is exactly what my man Miguel did. He is awesome. He is super, super talented and understands what we're trying to accomplish visually. So it's important, as you can see in this video, this is a very linear, angular house. And you can't have things a little bit out of level or a little bit out of plumb or a little bit out of square, because it affects everything around them. It makes your eye go to the crooked part. And if you look at these windows, I'm not really sure if you can see it in this video, but these windows still look a little weird because we could only fix so much. They were so bad, particularly right here in the center, there's a big dip in them. But we were able to get things straight and as level as we could get them, and then to line up. Part of the problem that we found initially was these corners didn't line up from window to window, and that makes the whole thing look odd. So this is our sheetrock report today, and I hope you're Hope you're enjoying this. Hope you're learning something from it. Give me a call, 469-446-8508 if you want a contractor, remodel, or new home. Like these videos, subscribe to the videos, and stay in touch. I will. Thanks.